Good Sunday, everyone. Welcome to Garden State Weather on this Sunday, the 10th of November, 2024. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith, and we're looking at the cams in Times Square this morning after sunrise, and it is chilly, 39 degrees, and clouds are increasing, and finally rain showers after about 42, 43 days here. This is Times Square in New York City, also 39 this morning, and Times Square Crossroads, it's 39, and it is 7:11 in the morning. Here's another view, and that's a panoramic view. Here's Scottsville Main Street cam in Scottsville, Kentucky. It's raining there now. That's some of the rain that's needed, and it's coming in our direction. 6:11 their time now, 64 degrees. New Orleans this morning is waking up. Streets are still not cleaned yet. It's 79 degrees, but they're starting to wash down some of the streets here. See it in the corner here. Mulberry Street's nice and quiet this morning, 39 degrees in New York City. Charlottesville Airport in Virginia. At the hangar here, it's 45, and clouds are increasing across the region. More rain is on the way, finally. Dunlin Cam in Florida is looking good this morning with the sunrise at 72 degrees. And the Flamingo Cam, here they're doing their thing, 79 degrees. Blue Mountain Lake, New York in the Adirondacks, gorgeous sunrise this morning, beautiful view, 21 degrees, it's chilly. Flagler Avenue Beach Cam in Florida, look at the sunrise here through the clouds, 77 degrees. And in Aruba, there's never anything wrong, right? But looks like some rain clouds here developing across the skyline here at 77 degrees this morning. Hillsborough Lighthouse Cam in Florida, looking good, a smattering of cumulus clouds across the sky, breezy conditions, no doubt, and 79 degrees. Miami News Cafe, also quite breezy this morning, and 79 degrees. And the Michigan Snowman Cam in Gaylord, Michigan. This is the Michigan Lions here, all dressed up for snow with pumpkins, but nothing yet, but it's chilly, 43 degrees. They're waiting on some snow. Falcon Cam is very quiet and dark this morning. Osprey Cam in Massachusetts, beautiful, and looking at 34 degrees this morning. And of course, the Falcon Cam. There's no falcons here yet. It looks like there's rain in Michigan as well, and some clouds and fog here, 54 degrees. Red Wolf Cam in North Carolina, this gorgeous view here, 48 degrees. New London Harbor Cam in Connecticut, a mixture of clouds spreading across the area as a warm front arrives later today and tonight. Right now it's very calm on the water and 30 degrees. Here comes the cleaners. Here they are on Bourbon Street. It's a mess out there as usual. Cleveland Cam, it's before sunrise here, but there's a lot of clouds building over the area, and it's chilly at 30 degrees this morning. And Bretton Woods Cam in New Hampshire. Look at this skyline this morning. This is gorgeous. 19 degrees and chilly. And no giraffes out yet. Well, actually there are in the corner here. They're not near the center, but they'll get there eventually. It's 55 this morning as the giraffes wake up in South Carolina. Blue Ridge Cam Parkway in North Carolina. This is a gorgeous panoramic view here, 45 degrees. And our favorite one is the Hotel Saranac Lake Cams in Saranac Lake, New York. It's 21 degrees this morning on this Sunday, and it's quiet out there. And they've got the steam pumping out here where it's 21 degrees. Salmon River Cam in Pulaski, New York. It's a beautiful view here too, 36 degrees. And look at that sunshine coming up over the horizon here. Nashville Cam, 54 and beautiful this morning. Nice. Back here at the Weather Center this morning, it is 7:18, 37 degrees here at the Weather Center in West Orange, and it feels like 37. Finally, skies are turning mostly cloudy as a warm front approaches, and rain showers are on the way. And it's not going to be a lot of rain here, and it's going to be late tonight through early tomorrow morning. Today's high is around normal, about 56. Then tomorrow, the rain exits early by sunrise. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:40. The rain should be exiting the area, and it's about a quarter to a half inch of rainfall and wetting. And we need this because we have so many numerous fires. In fact, the Brick Fire in New Jersey, they've arrested a gentleman who was at a shooting range just a couple of days ago, and that sparked a fire um, in the Brick area township of New Jersey. So I don't know what that's about. Um, but there's other fires out there, and they all need to be put out. And some of this wetting is going to help that a little bit. We'll be back above normal again on Monday at 66. Then cold front comes through, back into the 50s, even chilly on Wednesday. It's going to be like 49 degrees for a high. A Thursday too. And it's going to be a chilly week for sure. And the next chance of any kind of precipitation was supposed to be Thursday night and Friday. That doesn't look too good either. That's with a cold frontal passage, and temperatures back with seasonable weather again into the upper 50s to around 60 for the week. Right now it's 37 degrees and it feels exactly the same. Cloud cover is increasing at about 44%, no precipitation. Moderate air quality today because of the fire burns, so there's some smoke and stuff in the air. In fact, one of the ones over Bergen County, you can see the smoke and the air quality alerts over New York City yesterday on the satellite imagery. Air UVI index today will be low with the cloud cover. Dew point right now is 26, so it's going to take a lot of moisture to overcome this dry lower level air here to produce some rain showers later tonight and tomorrow morning. Relative humidity 57%. The wind is off the ocean now and it's very light at about 4 miles an hour as high pressure exits. And of course, if you're an allergy sufferer, you know exactly that today is going to be the same as the past month and a half. Visibility better than 10 miles. Air pressure is high, but it will be falling off shortly. And the next full moon, now we're at 60% of the moon cover. You're probably not going to see that tonight because of the rain and the cloud cover. Sunrise this morning was at 6:38. Sunset will be at 4:42 this evening, and the next full moon on November 15th. That's next week. This week, actually. And at the Rutgers University Meteorology Program in New Brunswick at Cook's College, there is some kind of a script error here. So it's not showing their temperature right now, but other temperatures that are on the warm spots are in the low to mid 40s. Atlantic City, Harvey Cedars, Seaside Heights, Parsippany's at 42, Vernon Township 41. And before the clouds rolled in, it was 27 right now in Kingswood, Walpack, 29 in Mullica, Red Lion, and also Hackettstown. If we take a look at the regular temperatures this morning, they're climbing up from the upper 20s and low and mid 30s into the 40s in the New York City metropolitan area this morning, and they still are quite chilly here in the Delaware River Valley area. Minimum temperatures this morning got down to about 21 degrees here in Walpack, also 26 here in Sandyston, and 25 also in Basking Ridge. And there were some chilly temperatures here in the Pineland areas of southwestern New Jersey as well, into the lower mid-20s to lower 30s, just below freezing. There isn't going to be any wind chill today. Well, not wind chill, but there will be wind coming up. Relative humidity right now is running moderately so. And we'll check out solar radiation. There's nothing going on right now because skies are turning cloudy. Evaporational transpiration, nothing yet because of the cloud cover that's going on, so it's not going, the air is not really going to give way to evaporation, but rather condensation on the opposite side as the sky begins to fill in with cloud cover. There's nothing really going on the radar, that's all scattered. Let's take a look at the GOES geocolor. And clouds, high clouds, middle clouds, beginning to increase across the area as the warm front approaches. The IR channel showing the same thing, and the water vapor channel the same thing. And in the tropics, really in the Atlantic, first of all, Eastern Pacific and Central Pacific is quiet, nothing going on. Raphael is still a tropical storm, but it's out over the waters of the Gulf here, and there really isn't anything except threatening surf and rip current conditions along the Gulf Coast through the weekend. We can see that this is not going to affect anyone except the Yucatan Peninsula, where there could be some moderate to heavy rain in this area here near Guantanamo Roo and the Yucatan Peninsula here. Isolated amounts up to 2 inches as that storm dissolves itself. And looking at this, it will become a depression later today and through Tuesday as well. And finally, no power outages really of significance being reported across the continental United States. And there are absolutely no flight delays here in the northern mid-Atlantic states as well, so that's good. Any of these frost freezer warnings in northeastern New Jersey, parts of southern Connecticut here, and Long Island will be out of here in a couple of hours as warm air advection begins to work over the area. There still is a red flag warning here across southern Connecticut. Along the south shore and east ends of Long Island, also across portions of Connecticut, northeastern New Jersey, basically a third of an inch of rainfall with this warm air advection and warm frontal rain, showery rain coming in through the area during the next 24 hours. Most of the rain that's coming into the area will be later this evening into the overnight hours, and even on model guidance it shows us. So pretty confident about 85 to 95% chance of a rainfall throughout Allentown, Atlantic City, Mount Pocono, Philadelphia, Reading, Trenton, and Wilmington. We can see the atmosphere trying to warm up here, but this even showing up here from Fredericks, Maryland down to Washington, D.C. This is warm air advection, but this is not reaching the ground, even though it's showing up as rain droplets here. Winds coming in from off the ocean around high pressure here, and there's some small craft advisories along the coastal waters, which we can see. But any kind of rainfall that's falling that's reaching the ground is still well to our west, so it's going to take a lot to overcome some of this dry air that's in place right now before the rain starts later tonight. Not much has changed in the cold and flu season here that's developing across the country here. Everything's pretty much about the same. Coughing, however, is increasing. Some of this is suggesting it could be walking pneumonia for people too. We've seen that happen to a lot of people, especially children in schools over the last couple of weeks. So that is increasing. This is something you should take seriously. Strep again is not being reported on this chart. Fever is just about the same as it has been. COVID about the same as it has been, and RSV about the same as well. On this morning's surface charts, we have an atmospheric river developing across the Pacific Northwest, and that's going to flood the country with warmer air eventually. High pressure is moving off the East Coast. Winds are churning around. I don't know why we can't get this. Hold on. Here is Tropical Storm Raphael over the Gulf here, so it's just surf for this area. Here's our upper level low that caused a lot of power outages and feet of snow in New Mexico and Colorado. That's exiting now into the towards the Great Lakes area. Here comes the warm front, and then we want to take a look at the fronts. So this morning, high pressure is in control. Here comes the warm front. Here comes the showers, but that's not going to arrive until later tonight, and it's not really going to be significant. It's wetting, okay? And then once that moves through, another cold front comes through, but there's not really a lot of cold air behind this one on Monday morning, and then skies clear out. At Tuesday, this coastal low here isn't really going to affect anyone because it looks like it's dissolving here. In the charts and the model guidance shows that too. And a couple of troughs and fronts passing through, and then chillier air coming in for Tuesday and Wednesday, again in the west coast, intermountain snows and rain with that Pacific Northwest flow. Wednesday, high pressure is in control. Here comes the next system through the Great Lakes. Thursday looks like it could have a few showers around. That's not looking too promising either. Friday, high pressure begins to build in through the area. And notice it's across the central and south regions here, so there'll be some modification to the forecast. However, a backdoor cold front on Sunday reinstates the fact that the air will be near normal temperature-wise and dry across the eastern United States. And the Christmas tree in Rockefeller Center has been erected yesterday in Rockefeller Center, and it comes from Massachusetts. So that is the caroling in of Christmas. And all the stores, it's all Christmas right now, right? Even though there are irregularities here noted from NCEP with the National Blend of Models QPF plots um, from October of this year, still over the next 10 days, we're not expecting a lot of precipitation here. And if we look at the NAM model guidance this morning, out to 84 hours, again, a third of an inch, maybe a half of an inch in spots, but this is not really terrific. But it's wetting, and we need the wetting to help the fire and soil. This is going to be an onslaught of what we call atmospheric river here over the Pacific Northwest, which is going to flood the country with warm air and storm systems moving from this direction into this direction. And here is an example of this decaying tropical storm Raphael right now. Here's our upper level low getting closer to Michigan here. And here's another frontal boundary getting ready to produce more showers and snow in the Intermountain West. And this is a flood of moisture coming in from the Pacific Northwest. And that's our atmospheric river. So if you're looking for snowfall in the northern mid-Atlantic or even this area here, not too much. In fact, over the northern mid-Atlantic, the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metro area, nothing expected through the end of this month. Snowfall has been greatest over New Mexico and Colorado here over the last 72 hours with 30 plus, 40 plus inches. And since September 30th, 45 to 51 inches of snow here. But that's just here. That's not on the East Coast at all. And over the last 168 hours through yesterday morning at 7 a.m., you can see the northern mid-Atlantic and most of New England and the southern mid-Atlantic as well. Nothing in rainfall. All of it has been from frontal boundaries, tropical storms here in the southeast, and of course winter storms and upper level lows here across the upper Midwest. Nothing here. And for the last couple of weeks now, they've had these barricades up here in Asbury Park. I don't really want you to venture out beyond this point here, okay, of the beach area. But by the convention center, you can get out and you can see people on the breakers here. And, you know, it's been very quiet. Here comes the high level and mid-level clouds across the area this morning as skies increase. And you can see the people out on the breakers here. Okay, so do be careful.